Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Here's the Storm. It's been a little while since I've recorded something new, but we have Ragnaros on the PTR today. So I wanted to go over him a little bit before jumping into a game and kind of show you what I think works on him right now. So his Q is Empower Sulphurous. His next basic attack is instant, so it resets the basic attack animation, deals some AoE damage and heals for 20% of damage dealt. Healing doubled versus heroes. So that's his kind of self-sustain. He doesn't have any way to really get mana regen back, but in the 2 games I've played with him so far, I haven't had too much mana issues. I think I had to back like once for mana, so not bad. Living Meteor, it's a vector ability. He drops a meteor that deals some damage on impact, but most of the damage comes from the meteor rolling on the ground like a bowling ball. It's good if someone's chasing you because you can do a lot of damage on them. It moves about the same speed as walk speed. Blast Wave, it grants allied 25% movement speed and then explodes after 1.5 seconds for some pretty good damage. I didn't really think this was going to be that strong, but some of the talents you can pick up for Blast Wave are actually pretty good. The 2 builds that I've played with so far are one for his Q and one for his E, and I think the E one is quite a bit stronger. His trait, and it's the interesting part, is Molten Core. You channel it to take over an allied or destroyed fort or keep. So if you push a lane down, you can take over a destroyed enemy's fort or keep. And you become a raid boss. So if you've ever played WoW and you played Blackrock Mountain, that was his raid. And yeah, he's a raid boss. It's pretty cool. He has 3 new abilities, which it kind of talks about. So each of these, it talks about what it turns into. His Q becomes a stun and damage nearby enemies. He swings his hammer, and that's it. It kind of has a delay, which I was not expecting when I used it the first time. The meteor shower, it drops a line of meteors. Does exactly what it sounds like. This one's on the shortest cooldown, I think, when you're in your Molten Core form. Blast Wave becomes a delayed explosion in a large area. It does quite a bit of damage. I think it does probably the most damage out of all of these. I don't think there's stats about the damage for this, but there's probably some somewhere in the patch notes that you can read. His 2 heroics also are Sulphurous Smash, which I haven't played with yet, but I might try it out in this video because I feel like it would be interesting. So you hurl Sulphurous at the target, landing 0.75 seconds after you throw it, and deals damage. Enemies in the center take 3 times damage, it looks like, and are stunned for half a second. So it does a lot of damage if you hit in the middle, otherwise it's not that much damage. And the stun is pretty inconsequential, it's just a stun. The Lava Wave is the one that I've picked up more, which is you pick a lane. It has global range, so you just pick a lane and it destroys all minions in that lane with a wave of lava that pushes down, and it deals damage to heroes as well. I don't think it deals damage to mercs, but I haven't actually verified that. It does not deal damage to structures. Yeah, I don't know what the damage number is for actually. Maybe it does do damage to mercs, because then it says damage increased by 100% versus heroes. It does a lot of damage though. So that's that. I guess I'll talk about the talents when I get into the match. So let's get into it. All right, 45 minutes later, we got into a game. So I went over the abilities already. That's right. Having to remind myself. So level 1, I'll talk about the talents all really quick. The Q talent's a quest talent. If you kill enemy minions with it, you increase the base damage by 1 up to 30, and then after 30 you get an additional 120. So it can actually do pretty huge damage. But I don't think I'm going to go for it. The other quest talent at level 1, Shifting Meteor, After you hit 50 heroes with the meteor, you can change its direction, kind of how like the Leyline Void ability works, the ultimate for Medivh. So you can recast it to change the direction, yeah. So it works pretty much the same way. And it rolls a lot further, which is different. And then the one for your E, the Engulfing Flame, you increase the radius and reduce the cooldown by 2 seconds. And I think I'm going to go for that one. So there's the vector right there. You can see it reset the auto attack cooldown with the E, or with the Q. And then I'll use my E on the next wave. Don't really need to use it right now. You're pretty strong at buildings with the meteor just like that. I should probably be sieging this down a little bit faster. I'm going to take some hits here. That's okay. If I can get in range for my meteor... Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. So this is the E. You do have to self-cast it, and that always gets me, but it explodes for quite a bit of damage. At the end of that, it's like 1.25 seconds, I think. We have Artanis here with his changes active. Looks like we're going to be just fine here. Our Zarya came in to help out as well, which was nice. So you can see that the bowling ball does keep hitting the Artanis, which is nice. I can heal up quite a bit as well when an enemy hero walks into your queue. So we're gonna get a lot of help sieging this down, it looks like. We need to play a little more careful around Artanis than he used to, just because of his changes. He can E during his dash now, so he can swap places with you and kind of pull you way back in, whereas before it wasn't quite as bad. There he kind of messed it up because he got me too fast. And there I should have dropped the meteor as well. Level 4, I'm going to pick up Slow Burn. So enemies hit with the explosion of the E will be slowed by 40% for 2 seconds. It'll synergize with other stuff a little bit later. Hopefully it'll become a little more apparent. So there he shot out his E during the dash. That's kind of what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and activate this. And then we'll heal up a bit as well. The other talents at that level are Fire Ward, so you can get spell block on your meteor when it hits a hero. You get 1 measure of spell block. I'm not sure what it's called. So here, let's see. If I have the Haka, I'll go ahead and drop the E on him, but he's not going in, unfortunately. The other one is Catching Fire, which is a regen globe talent. Quest talent, and after 15 regen globes you can gain resistance for 3 seconds. Oh boy, he's dead. Gain resistance for 3 seconds on command. Yeah, it's an activatable trait. So here you can see that the enemy team's Ragnaros just used their big talent. I'm going to go ahead and start channeling this and hope that they don't interrupt. Oh, but they are going to, of course. Let's see what we can do for the friendly team. Unfortunately, we're body blocking people. We'll get some heals off right there. I need to go away from this Diablo, and I'm walking into that meteor. Don't think we're going to be able to interrupt this. The Jim Raynor's more than welcome to go in. We'll go ahead and drop the meteor there just to clear a little bit. Our Dahaka, if I can get to him, no. Let's go ahead and, I wanted to grab that regen globe. I got some heals from that. And we lost the first tribute of the game. At level 7, I'll be picking up Superheated. Blast Wave does increased damage when used on Ragnaros. And that'll synergize a bit later as well. But it lets me... And I've basically been using it on myself for the most part as well, already. Right there. I'll go ahead and drop. Yep, and he moved away from me. I think we can out-survive him, actually. especially with my self-sustain being pretty high. So we have the second tribute spawn right here. That should... oh wow, really? Luckily our Artanis pulled him away from me. They are quite a bit outnumbered here. I'm gonna go ahead and back. Actually, what I should have done is taken over this thing. So I'm gonna go up there now. And I can show off that a little bit. Fortunately, I'm gonna be really late to this. I definitely could have gotten a kill there on the Artanis. Oh, we got him anyways. If it doesn't look like we're gonna have any issues with it, I guess I'm not going to. Okay. And we're just chilling here. Bottom lane. It's not getting pushed in very much. That's okay. I mean, no, it's soaking, so it's not getting pushed in very much. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and drop the meteor. The Hawk is from the bottom. Sounds good. Looks like our Zarya is just fine. I'm gonna pick up the lava wave. I said I was gonna do the other one, but I'm not. And we'll go ahead and push in mid with it. That lane clear is real strong. Alright, so let's head bottom. We're gonna be pretty late for this tribute. But I'm coming in. Enemy team just got 10. Let's see what I can do to help. Probably not that. Probably not dying. Yeah. Zarya is still fighting the Varian up there. Well, that's unfortunate. But as you can see, the siege damage is huge. Hero damage is actually really high as well. I'm sure I can do better, but it is a new hero, so still getting used to it. Tahaka wants to camp, so I'll go do it with him. I don't think that the camp will be too hard. It does drain like quite a bit of mana, but I think I can probably like tank it fairly effectively. I'd use my Q more often, obviously, if I needed to. We do have our lane push up. Question is, what lane do we want to push? Let's go bottom. Oh, we can do it on anyone. Well, that would have been nice to know before I wasted it on a minion that didn't need it. Looks like they are all headed up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to defend against this first. Okay, now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to pick up the damage from my E now gives a shield. So after it's popped, it'll give a shield. I should have activated my Q first. There, I guess I was just out of position. I thought that there would be more peel potential because we did have all of our tanks, all three of our tanks up there. Dahaka is being left alone as well. Looks like our Artanis is just AFKing right there, and the Zarya just hanging out. I'm not really sure why we couldn't interrupt there. But it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and head mid. And try to defend this. Top is going to get pushed in pretty hard, but we already have 2 people there. And I feel like mid is just a better use of my needs. Alright, we're in. So there's the swipe, and you can see it's pretty slow. There's the meteor is running down, and then the AoE. Just like that, and we can start again. It doesn't do too much damage. I don't know where the next minion wave is. We lost top. Our Tannis is chasing our Zarya down pretty hard. I'm pretty out of position here. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and try to help defend this. We could actually clear this lane so they can't push in quite as hard. Let's go ahead and remount up. We can drop a shield here. Did you get the tracer? I just got dismounted. Let's see. They're probably all mounted up. They're probably gone. So we'll go ahead and start shoving mid a little bit. Yeah, they're probably bossing. Oh boy. Got taunted. That was too far forward. That was my bad. I always think that Ragnaros would be more survivable than he really is. So at level 16, I'll pick up the Blast Echo. After crits a second blast wave after the first one. This synergize, I mean, is all the talents basically build up to this. So it'll be on a 2-second cooldown, but the second one will activate after 1.5 seconds. So I'm sorry, not a 2-second cooldown, on an 8-second cooldown. But the second one starts after 1.5 seconds and ends at 3. So every 5 seconds of downtime, effectively. Though you don't really get to pick your target as well. And then the slow will be hitting twice. It'll always cast on Ragnaros the second time, whether or not it cast there the first time. So there you're always getting use out of your 100% extra damage. So here we'll just let them show it off. So there's 1 pop, 2 pops. It can clear a wave. I'll go ahead and go back here, sure. What else did we pick up? We picked up the extra damage against heroes. No, the shield. So we'll be giving out 2 shields now. And yeah, so that's the synergy that we were building for. And it seems to be, to me, the strongest talent so far. Or the strongest build I've played with so far. Which isn't that many, but... Oh crap. Whoops, I'm dead. They were defending boss, and I knew that, and I just went for the tribute because, I don't know, because I wanted to. Because we lost the last 3, and I thought I could interrupt, but that wasn't happening. My hero damage is kind of falling off, so I needed, it's really because I'm dying, I have a ton of deaths. So I'm sure that that's a big part of it, so staying alive longer. My siege is still really high. Jim Raynor somehow actually not that far behind me. One thing that Ragnaros is pretty good at is defending against bosses, since he does have... I picked up the exclusion zone, wow. Since he is able to take over the fort, and damage dealt to the fort is actually dealt to him instead. I don't know if I explained how the health works. So you lose health over time, but you also lose health if you're attacked. Get out of that. Let's get into this. Crap. Alright, well, we defended. Doesn't look like we're gonna go for that bottom tribute. I just don't think we have time either. So I'm just gonna heal up. We're gonna lose it, and let's try to get the next two. We can look at what the other Ragnaros has picked up, actually. He seems to be going for the meteor build. Yeah, interesting. So they're all my team is mid, and all their team is bottom right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and head up to my team. Looks like we're pushing mid. I do suspect they'll be coming up. So they do have an Artanis here to defend. Looks like it's it. I'll go ahead and put my Ead on Artanis, and I'll get the second one, which I was actually able to use. Let's go ahead and try to do some damage to the variant. That doesn't look good for me. Let's go ahead and push this wave out. Yeah. We're gonna lose this tribute as well. They're gonna get the curse. And if they want to push top, they probably could win. The only person they're missing is their Artanis. They have their Ragnaros. Where are people? What's in core? Oh, because we were near this. So I'll get heroic difficulty. And what that gives me is 50% increased health in molten core form, and reduced cooldown by 50 seconds. So it's on a 50-second cooldown now instead of the 100-second cooldown it was on before. Yeah. Alright, we're back up. Go ahead and give that to Zarya. Whoops, didn't get out of that stun in time. I think we should be fine against this Artanis. Try to help him out. Oh, that didn't go well. They're gonna go for our boss, I'm guessing. I'll just get vision of it. Nope. Is Dahaka gonna try to solo it? Oh, there's Varian. I don't know what my range is, so I'm just gonna hope that I can do this. There's a dead Dahaka. And by Dahaka I mean Diablo. Alright, let's give Artanis a speed boost. As a recall. Alright, let's push this in. Bottom lane should hopefully be okay now. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. And then let's get this tribute. Both teams are down 2 people. Let's actually kill that. Our core is taking damage from the top lane. Does Tahaka really want to do this? That is not a good idea. It's a dead Ragnaros. Did he pick up the same? Yeah, heroic difficulty. So he's going to be in that thing for a while. My ult's up in 15. But I'm not up for 40 seconds. So I can use it right away, I guess. Looks like he's going to try to push in for the win here. Except he's heading up top. Well, there's the teams pushing in for the win right here. Because there are 4 of us down, 20 seconds left, 5 of us down, 20 seconds till anyone's up. So I'm pretty sure that this is GG. I don't see this going any other way. GG. The winter animation's already up on the PTR. I haven't played this week since the patch came out, so I don't know if that's changed. So look at our numbers. That's the new skip button on that screen. On the MVP screen, that is. Let's look at our numbers and our build, and then a little bit about the character. So siege damage, really high because he has a really strong siege hero. He can clear lanes like no one else. Well, maybe Zul can do it better, but still. XP contribution, I was kind of off on my own for a little bit. I don't think it was like that bad for my team. My hero damage was still really high. Kill participation, I don't know. Guess around average for our team. Raynor and Zarya were a lot higher. Talents, we went really hard into our E. So we had Engulfing Flame to reduce the cooldown by 2 seconds and increase the radius. It just lets us capture more heroes in the blast radius. Blast Wave slows enemy hits by 40%. So I guess that just makes us more survivable. I could actually sub that out for something else, to be honest. Superheated, when Blast Wave is used on Ragnaros, it deals 100% increased damage. The increased damage will come into effect. I mean, it's just damage, so that's nice, but it'll also play into our shields, which we pick up at level 16. Nope, which we pick up at level 13. So when Blast Wave damages an enemy hero, gain a shield equal to 100% of the damage dealt for 3 seconds. And if we're doing twice the damage, then we're getting twice the shield. At level 16, after it explodes, another one will be cast on Ragnaros for free. So that means we can potentially have 2 on us within 3 seconds. And the shield will regenerate after 1.5, which makes us really pretty tanky. And it actually came into play a couple times when I think that we were pretty tanky for a melee assassin, which is currently what he's categorized as. Level 10, I skipped over that just to finish up the E's. Level 10, I picked up Lava Wave, and that helps me push out lanes. I don't have to be in the lane. We don't get experience, but it does kind of help us survive a little bit better, and our core survive better. In level 20, I picked up Heroic Difficulty to let me use my Molten Core way more often and increase the duration of it. But I didn't use it as much as I should have. I'm still not used to thinking about where we've lost buildings and where the enemy team has lost buildings to go into Molten Core there. I've pretty much just been using it defensively, so I need to get more used to that. I think Molten Core is actually a huge part of his kit. I mean, it gives him a second health bar and a ton of damage from the structure, and I just kind of wasted that. Even without using it very much, the numbers are still really strong. He's in a really, really strong position right now. But I think that I could have died less. I could have dealt way more hero damage. Siege damage, I don't know if it's really any better, but for hero damage, I could have dealt way more and potentially gotten more kills then. So that's it for Ragnaros. Pretty fun. He's in the PTR this week. He'll be out next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the talents, descriptions, and the breakdown. Hope you enjoyed the build. I might do another one when he releases officially with a different build focused on his Q, most likely. Or a little bit varied, actually. That's the other one I've been playing with. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a good week. See you next time.